Hello, in this video we will be talking about college admissions, specifically college admissions here in California. We will discuss some hesitations students have about college, the inequalities underprivileged students face, as well as some ways we can change our thinking about college admissions and our views on students. College is something that can seem very abstract to students, especially younger students. It can seem like it is very far away and very removed from their lives. Students grow up hearing about how important it is to go to college and how it's a goal that they should be working towards, but many students don't actually know much about navigating the college admissions process, and what they do know, they have hesitations about. There are various factors that students consider before even applying to college and that impact their perspective on it. A very important factor is income. Students from underprivileged backgrounds may question whether they can afford college. They could make statements such as, "How will I pay for college and other college related expenses?" Or, "I don't want to be in debt. College is all about debt." Students' families also impact their view on college. In certain communities, like the Latino community, parents may sometimes discourage their children from going to college in another state or far away from home. Some families may not view higher education as necessary. Students may also hold certain beliefs about themselves and college. They may think college isn't important, that they're not smart enough to go to college, or that they don't belong in higher education. These are all things we must consider and acknowledge when discussing college with students. Here are the three traits that colleges look for in students: academic excellence, which includes the student's grades, the types of classes they take, and the awards they receive. These don't tell us much about students, which is why we have the two other traits, being well-rounded and coping skills. Well-roundedness reflects the student's interests and demonstrates their passions, whether it be for learning, a sport, or a subject. It illustrates their open-mindedness to new experiences. Coping skills shows how students handle stress, navigate difficult situations, and ask for help. Every student exhibits one of these traits in some capacity, whether they are aware of it or not. They are very broad, which is why colleges choose them as criteria for admissions, because students can apply them to their own lives. But not every student will have each of these traits be well developed. So, what if students feel they lack these traits? Must students have all these traits for college? We must remember that each student comes from a different background and different circumstances. For example, a student's parents may work long hours, so they have to look after their siblings and their parents dead. This could make it difficult for them to join extracurriculars because they hold great responsibilities at home and don't have time to be wildly involved. Does this mean that this student isn't well rounded? Not necessarily. They just haven't had the opportunity to develop that skill. Similarly, a student may attend an underfunded school which doesn't have AP classes or other programs that could be beneficial to the student, so the student can't take advantage of them because they don't have access to it. To allow students to explain their circumstances, the UC system has PIQs, personal insight questions, which are short responses that tell colleges more about students. This is a place for students to vouch for themselves and say, "Here's who I am, here's what I've been through, and here is how I've overcame that." At least one of the traits can be applied to each PIQ. So, how do we respond? How do we discuss college? While it is important to acknowledge that some students are under-resourced or underprivileged, we do not want to define them by their background. We must adopt a different mindset. Rather than focusing on what students lack, a deficit mindset, we must emphasize what skills and accomplishments they do have. We must realize that these skills can be developed. Humans aren't stagnant. We grow and develop and learn. College is a place for further growth. At first, not everyone will have these skills. College would be a very boring place if everyone was the same and perfect. Everybody contributes something unique to their college by being themselves. In our role as mentors and educators, it is also important to share our stories of how we work to get to college. Maybe a student will be able to see themselves in us and feel like they're capable of going to college. If they did it, I can do it too. We have to keep asking ourselves, what resources and support can we provide to students to help them foster their growth? How can we, as a system, expand outreach to under-resourced communities and discuss the importance of college? For the students that don't want to attend college, we should continue to educate them on its importance. But if they truly don't want to, we should respect their choice and provide them with the necessary resources and support to pursue their trade of choice. Not all students want to go to college, and that's okay. It doesn't mean that they are less than someone who did go to college. Their goals are simply different from ours, and they still deserve the same respect. Conversations about college can be difficult, but we must have them to ensure that students who feel like college isn't a possibility know that it is real and that they can go to college. Thank you.